A group of crypto traders made some suspicious buys minutes before Melania Trump announced the sale of her Melania coin. It's according to a new report in the Financial Times. They say that the investors made nearly $100 million by buying up Melania Trump's crypto token just minutes before she had announced the coins were even for sale. And then, of course, once it did, the price went up and they immediately dumped it. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of the timeline here. On January 19th, the First Lady publicized the Melania coin in a post on True Social, just hours before her husband was inaugurated for a second term as President of the United States. Just 2.5 minutes before her post went out, about 24 digital wallets bought $2.6 million worth of Melania tokens. Once she announced those tokens, the prices took off before eventually crashing and burning, losing 99% of its value. 99%. So it's basically worthless at this point. Great. Now, the wallets where the tokens had been deposited quickly sold off most of their coins, with 81% of those transactions taking place within the first 12 hours. One wallet spent $681,000 on the meme coin in a single transaction, 64 seconds before the public announcement. How much did they make? Well, off that transaction, about $39 million. Well, totaled over the next day. They also made an additional $4.5 million from selling the rest of the tokens over the next 3-day period. So for me, looking at these transactions, yeah, shady, right? A very select few people made bank, but most of the investors ended up losing their money. So there are more details, though. The Financial Times analyzed purchases of the Melania tokens and found the entities which launched the coins, which are separate from the wallets that trade in it, before the First Lady's announcement, raked in $64.7 million in profits from fees and primary sales. Texas-based crypto entrepreneur Hayden Davis, who was also involved with the launch of the Libra meme coin, briefly endorsed by Argentinian President Javier Milei, who was the guy that literally gave Elon Musk the chainsaw. Yes, that guy, as well as crashing his country's economy, all that stuff. Yeah, so it turns out that that guy, Hayden Davis, was involved in the launch of the Melania coin. Huh. Now, that's a weird coincidence. Now, the FT had confirmed the first wallet to buy the tokens ahead of the launch was funded by an account that was previously used in ventures involving the 28-year-old investor who denied any speculation on the coins. There was no money made from the Melania team, Davis told CoffeeZilla. We didn't take any liquidity out. Zero. Why am I not buying that? You know what I think that is?
Bullshit.
Not true at all. Come on. The first account, which FT potentially linked to Davis, bought $40,000 of Melania 141 seconds prior to launch and went on to sell 86% of its holdings within the first 2 hours, which came to profits of about $2.5 million. Yeah. Gee, maybe I'm too forward with this, but I think there should be an investigation. I'm just saying. There should be an investigation. Now, hold on. What an investigation into what? Okay. What would they be looking for? Oh, well, evidence of sniping. What is sniping? Basically, it's using automated tools to buy new tokens instantly when they launched and then to sell them for profit. That's it. This is the same thing that happened with the Libra coin. Okay. Libra degenerated into a scandal after a massive surge in the price and then a crash, which cost buyers millions of dollars in lost investment. The Libra coin scandal is so bad that Argentina's Congress is now backing an investigation into Milei over the $4.5 billion coin implosion. Now, that said, Melania's meme coin crash I mean, it looked almost just like this because it's the same people. And her crash followed her husband's meme coin crash. Yes. So, like, yeah, you had both the Trumps, Donald, Melania, and then Javier Milei all having their meme coins go up and then right down, crash and burn. But in that crash and burn, you end up having some people making a whole hell of a lot of money. It's almost like this thing is just a scam that makes wealthy investors with, I don't know, information that maybe other people might not have, like insider trading, wealthier. And they dupe wannabe investors with not only crap products, okay, because a meme coin isn't a real thing, doesn't actually exist in the real world. It's just a vehicle for speculation, et cetera, but they also had their own advantage. If they were caught sniping, then, I mean, that's going to have a massive advantage over the average trader. But again, this is just speculation. I do not understand how people continue to be taken in by these rug pull scams. I mean, it's not like we haven't seen this happen, but again, they'll say, well, you know, some people have made a lot of money, and maybe I'll be lucky enough to make money. Odds are you're probably going to end up losing money. This, to me, it seems like it's you're playing the lottery, but dumber. Okay, this is dumber than the lottery. Okay, and it's not actually helping. I mean, at least the lottery, I think, funds schools. You know, but this just gives people money that are already rich, and so it doesn't make any sense. I think it's just a way to make the teams who create these tokens or have this insider knowledge millions and millions of dollars. And it worked. It worked very, very well. Okay? Because as P.T. Barnum had famously said, there's a sucker born every minute. And let me add on to that. Usually a lot of these suckers tend to be right-wing. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.